What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Tapped In 209. It's just going to be me and Alvin today. Kamo is out doing his own thing. Um, and so it's going to be a pretty fun episode. We had Coach Eric King on from Venture Academy. He'll be on at the end of this episode, as always. Pretty standard episode, like we always do. Before we get into everything else, we want to say, yes, we know this is coming out on a Friday. Just a lot of scheduling stuff. We're all yeah, working full time and in school, and so
I'm not gonna lie. I went to Lincoln and Modesto Christian on Monday night, so I'll fall on the sword this weekend. It was worth everything,
hmm
So we are falling behind, but there was a good
yep,
reason.
yeah,
There
it's
was a
good
good reason.
reason. Good
There was a
reason.
good reason why I missed. So
So we might be just a little bit outdated on some of the records and stuff, but that's from we're talking about last week. And then when we go ahead and post next Wednesday, everything will be caught up. We might have maybe a couple extra games in there just that we didn't talk about in this little off time.
right.
But we should be pretty caught up next week.
All right.
So first things first, Alwyn, take us away with the VOL.
Okay, VOL. In first place right now in league, 3-0, 11-8 overall. We have Central Catholic. This week they had wins over Manteca, Oakdale, Patterson, and they lost a very good Grigori team. Games this week, big matchups this week versus Mountain House and East Union. In second place, we got Mountain House. Mountain House is 2-3, 2-0 this in league, and they are 15-3 overall. This week, they have wins over East Union, Sierra, and Downey. They play Central Catholic, Patterson, and Manteca this week. They are ranked number 16th in the section, number 10 in Division One in the section as well, and number 31 in Division One in all of California. In third place, we have the Lancers of East Union, 2-1 in league. They are 13-3 overall. Their wins this week against Patterson, Sierra, and Pittman. Their lone loss is to Mountain House, who was in second place. Games this week include Central Catholic, Oakdale, and St. Mary's. They're ranked 31st in the section, number 6 in Division 3 for the section, and number 16 in California for Division 3. In fourth place, we have Patterson, 1-2 in league and 9-9 overall. Their lone win this week was against Oakdale, but they lost to East Union and Central Catholic. Games this week include Manteca, Mountain House, and Sierra. They have the same record as Oakdale, but they are ranked fourth because of the head-to-head win, Oakdale. Fifth place, we have Oakdale, who is 1-2 in league and 16-3 overall. And games this week include Sierra and East Union. In sixth place, we have Sierra 0-2 in league and 11-6 overall. No games, and this week they get to play Venture Academy, Mountain House, and East Union. Seventh place, Manteca 0-2, struggling this year in league and 6-10 overall. Games this week include Patterson, Sierra, and Mountain House.
Pretty
All right.
simple. Over to TCal out there in first at a nice 2-0 so far is Modesto Christian as they are 9-4 overall. They took down Lodi West and Amador Valley. Looking ahead at this week, it's going to be Lincoln Tracy Folsom. Currently number 6th in the section, 6th in Division 1, and 11th in California for Division 1.
Just phenomenal. I
Yeah.
got to see them play this week. I'm not going to give away too much, but Sincere Hudson is the real deal. I mean, he's just so calm, so collective. He can get to the hoop whenever he wants. I'm gonna go on a limb for me and say that he's probably right now probably the best guard that I've seen play in this section in a long time. Um, he is the real deal. Just grab your popcorn and watch because we got some good games going in league. So very very good team.
In second place at 13-3 overall is Tracy, as they're also 2-0 in league. Took down St. Mary's in Washington out of Fremont. Looking ahead at this week, they have Kimball, Modesto Christian, and West, currently ranked 10th in Division Two for the SJS. Um, Tracy just seems to keep doing it. Like every week,
Yeah.
they're just getting it done.
So I was at that Tracy St. Mary's game, which was one actually down at the buzzer. It was Tracy just dominated the boards the first three quarters. St. Mary's had their sophomores in, and they delivered that game. It was a little shaky in the first quarter. They got their bearings underneath them, and they both of them played really well. Um, However, it was just the size. Lars Lindros was just phenomenal that game, and and our guy was he was great. Max Russell did his thing. He wasn't overpowering. He wasn't forcing things, but he was helping his team all together and help facilitating everything. So kudos to Tracy. Big win for the Tracy program. Win over Lincoln, win over St. Mary's. That's huge. And I'll tell you what, Drew, that is a hostile environment at Tracy.
Oh, I'm
If
sure.
if any of you get a chance, go and watch a game at Tracy. These kids in the I don't know if they're called the dog pound or whatever, but they are rabid fans. They are getting on the court. Not on the court, but really close to it. I saw athletic director and security have to hold them back. It was such a cool experience, watching that. So kudos to the Bulldogs, for another big win this
Yeah,
week.
that's amazing.
So
In at third for TCal is Lincoln. They're 2-1 so far in league. That one loss to Tracy that we talked about. They sit 12-4 overall. Wins over Kimball, Lodi, and Archie Williams. Um, Looking ahead, we know this Modesto Christian game already happened, and Natomas should be pretty good as well. Currently ranked fourth in the section, fourth in Division One, eighth in California Division One, and 38th overall in California.
mhm.
Doing it. In at fourth, St. Mary's also 2-1, 10-7 in league, wins over Kimball and Campalinda out of the East Bay. And like we just talked about, that loss to Tracy, 61-59. Really, really good game. West is 0-1 so far in league as they're 8-6 in the 5 spot. Looking ahead, it's Lodi, Kimball, Tracy, and Skyline out of Oakland. Lodi 0-2 in league, 7-9 overall. West, St. Mary's, Kimball, and Grant ahead. And Kimball rounds out TCal at 0-3, 10-9 overall, with Tracy, West, and Lodi coming up. Moving right ahead, I'm going to still talk. It's going to be the SJ2A. McNair is 1-1 so far, 9-7 through the year as they lead the SJ2A with a win over River Islands and a loss to Venture. Can't really, knock them too much there. Looking ahead, they have Linden, Stag, Tokay, and ALHA. Um, in the 2 spot, it's Edison as they're 1-0 and a nice even 6-6 throughout this year. With the lone win last week coming over McClemens. Looking ahead, it's going to be Enox and Stag. And moving on straight to Western Ranch, who's kind of had a disappointing year so far. A lot of tough losses, but being 1-3 in league, we didn't really expect to see that. I thought, especially going into the year, they would steamroll the SJ2A.
That is a typo. I'm sorry. So this week they're 1-3. That it's
Mhm.
not league play. So they have not.
Ah, I
They
see.
have not.
Okay.
None of these guys have started league play yet. So this week they were 1-3. They beat Destiny Christian. So
Okay.
yep, that's a typo on my end. I'm sorry.
All good. Nope. Losses to Natomas, Liberty, and Oakland Tech. Looking ahead, it's going to be Foothill, La Miranda, BC, and Christian Brothers. Fourth, Chavez went 1-1 as they are now 6-13. The win over Foothill and the loss to Venture. Looking ahead, Stag, Calaveras, and Franklin. Stag didn't play, so they remain at 5-11 as they look to take down Chavez, McNair, and Edison this week. Tokay went 0-2 this last week. as they look ahead at Vista Del Lago and McNair, currently 6-13 on the year. Bear Creek 3-11 on the year and a 1-2 week. As looking ahead, it's just going to be Weston Ranch. And Franklin Stockton is 1-20 as they take fall another two games, and look to maybe get on the right path versus Chavez.
Yeah.
And in our open division, it's Venture as they move to 4-0 this week and 16-4 overall. Wins over Sierra, Chavez, McNair, and St. Patrick St. Vincent. Ahead, it's going to be this Monday game against Natomas, and it's going to be fireworks. You'll hear us and Coach King talk about it in our interview coming up shortly. They are excited for this game. If you have the
Yep.
chance, go see it.
This is potentially a precursor to the Division Four state final. So pay close attention to that game.
Hmm. Yep. Currently ranked 17th in the section, number one in Division 4, and sixth in California for Division 4.
That number 17 in section, that's not a easy thing to do, being in Division Four. But I like I said before, I don't consider them a Division Four, normal team.
No,
So yeah.
not at all. So with that, before we hit you with this interview, it's power rankings time. It's going to be an updated power rankings. So strap in and let's see where teams move. And at the 10 spot, St. Mary's currently 10-7 on the year.
I think they showed us last week that they can play with the best of them. That game against Tracy. So went down to the wire. It was tied up with, I think it was like 10 seconds or so left. Tracy comes down, takes it down to 2 seconds, and they get fouled. And I think Lars hits both free throws at the end of the game to seal the deal. So yeah, we got Tracy pulling up in the 10th spot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, St.
Oh,
Mary's
St.
pulling
Mary's.
up in
Yep.
10th spot. All right. Number 9, we got Oakdale. They've slid quite a few. They've taken a couple league losses. So they're down the number 9 spot this
Hmm.
week.
Yeah, still having a great year.
Yep.
Central 11-8.
So Central
No.
Catholic is in the rankings. They beat some good teams this past couple weeks, so we got them sitting at the 8th spot.
Hmm. And at 7, it's East Union at 13-3. They continue just to be like right in this spot. They're taking down the teams they need to. Of course, like only 3 losses so far. They're getting it done.
Yeah, they play in the VOL, so within this week and a half, you're going to start seeing a lot of these teams start separating for each other. The East Unions, the Oakdales, the Central Catholic, Mountain House. They're going to start separating away from each other. So it should be good. East Union, I think East Union and St. Mary's are on Saturday. So that should be quite a good game to watch.
Hmm. And at the 6th spot, it's a 14 team. They've been good. They kind of came out of nowhere for us. We don't
Yeah.
really have them on the radar. We don't really cover their league at all, but they're a 209 team. We throw them on the list because they are doing their thing.
Yep, they're in the 209 and they stick out more than anyone else, and so I couldn't really deny them to not, be in our ranking. I've taken a look at some of the other teams that are in the conferences that we don't cover, but sticks out to me. They have a good win against Venture Academy. Venture got them the first time, Enix got them the second time. So yeah, they're a good program.
Hmm. 5 spot, it's going to be Mountain House as they are 12-3 so far. A lot of moving for them this year.
Hmm.
A
Yep,
lot of
Mountain House
moving.
is just climbing up the ranks.
Hmm.
Good team. We'll see. Like I said, they're going to be battling East Union and all these other VOL teams. So, like I said, a lot of separation going to happen here shortly.
Yep. Yep. Lincoln in at the 4th spot. I don't believe they moved. I don't think anybody in our top 4 is going to move this week. So I'll just list them off right now. Lincoln at 12-4, Tracy at 13-3, Venture 17-4, and Modesto Christian at 9-4. They are all four teams have just continued to win. Yeah, obviously Lincoln is going to be behind Tracy after the loss, but
Hmm.
I mean, there's no reason to move any of the teams.
Right, right. I think everything is we're pretty spot on with our rankings right
Hmm.
now, and like I said, next couple weeks are pretty important. You're gonna start seeing the big dogs play each other
Yep.
and start causing separation here.
It's going to make these
So
power rankings just a little bit easier for
yeah,
us.
yes, yes, yes. So
So,
please feel free to, I have people IM me or DM me, and they've got questions. And yes, we are a week behind. So when you direct message me about a game that just happened, yeah, I'm back a week.
yeah, yeah.
So bear with me,
Yep.
and I try to answer. We try to answer all the DMs. So everyone's entitled to their opinion,
Yep.
and I take when somebody DMs me, I listen to what they say, and
Mhm.
then if they have a valid point, then I might reflect in my rankings for the
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah.
So
Don't get us wrong. Don't be afraid to DM
yeah,
us anything. Like we love to hear your guys' feedback. Put it down in the comments below if you guys are watching on YouTube and or Spotify.
yeah,
Put stuff down there. Let's see like what this community can bring to us. We want
yeah.
your guys' ideas on what you guys want to see in these videos. Um, what more you guys want? You guys let us know. Your feedback is what we strive for.
I mean, I get constant comments. I'm at a lot of basketball games, and people are just like, "Hey, we love what you're doing. We love what you guys are bringing. Your interviews with athletes, with coaches. I mean, this is what people want to hear about. So we
Hmm.
appreciate you guys as listeners and viewers, for our show. So,
Absolutely. We'll keep doing it as long as you guys keep watching and doing your guys' thing.
yep.
Um, so with that, let's send you over to Venture Academy head coach Eric King. You're gonna see him right now. What's up, everybody? We got Coach Eric King in the house, Venture Academy, and so far, what a year they have had. 17-4, consistently ranked in our top three of our 209 power rankings. Been coaching at Venture since 2018 and has not lost more than 10 games in a season since his first year. And this year, you guys are looking even better, not only at the section title, but a state title. You went on a section run in 21-22 and won it in the 23-24 year. Coach Eric King, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, you guys. How you guys doing?
Doing very well.
Doing great, doing great.
So,
Just wanted to add a couple things to Coach King's resume this year. As Drew said, they're 17-4. They have played. They have 10 wins are versus teams D3 and higher. Um, to me personally, they're in D4. This isn't a D4 team. I believe Venture is a D3 D2 school. Um, and yeah, man. I mean, to me, I believe they probably have the best backcourt in the area with their guard play, right? Between Jabril, which we've had on, we've had on the show before.
My
JoJo,
guy. Yep.
yeah, JoJo Johnson, Josiah Johnson,
Mhm.
and Jaden Akuba. Don't forget about their big. I mean, you guys see us posted about him. He's our dunk guy, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
So Jetson, it's impressive group he
yeah,
has, there at Venture.
yeah.
So
I've been blessed, man, to have that group of boys, and they've been there. The four you kind of mentioned have been there from the beginning, and then
yes.
Lee kind of rounds it out as the last guy who's been there and kind of keeps the glue together for us. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's
Okay,
been a fun
fantastic.
ride. It's been a fun
Yeah.
ride.
yeah.
So that's not over. It's not
Yeah,
over. The
yeah.
best is yet to come. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, all
So,
right.
yeah, let's get right into the actual questions. And we want to hear first is how did you get into coaching? What inspired you? What's the journey for you?
Oh man, so I came back from the Philippines in about 2017, and my buddy Rodney was coaching at Tokay, and he was coaching JV, and they were kind of in the middle of the season. He came and asked me to help out. I helped out and just fell in love with it. The following year, I got offered the JV job, so I took it, and we had a pretty good year. And the following year, I was waiting to see if I get the varsity job, and venture was open. I applied, and I guess, as you could say, the rest was history. I just took the leap of faith. I just, I had a good little passion for it, and it's been working out. I can say that. So, yeah.
So, backtracking. So, high school.
Mhm.
Where'd you play high school ball at?
So I played at Stockton Christian.
Okay.
When I was younger, I tried to transfer to Lincoln to play. Everybody needed to go to bigger school, and I was cut junior and senior year. So
Mm.
that's kind of been my story. A lot of people around the community kind of knows. And then I went to Delta College and played 2000, I think 11 to 13, and then moved on, played in Anaheim, had a little NAI school, and then
Oh,
went to the Philippines for a year, then came back and been coaching ever since, and just enjoying the ride and just the journey basketball's been taking me on. So it's
that's
been fun.
impressive. Not playing
Mhm.
varsity basketball and
Yeah,
going to Delta playing and then playing at the next level.
yeah,
That's great. Yeah, you still hooping
yeah.
to this day, right?
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I wish Jabril was here. You could ask Jabril what happened today in practice. But I'll let him tell you guys. So,
Okay, okay.
yeah.
All right. What? How would you describe your coaching philosophy in just a few words?
Oh man, I guess just discipline, just accountability, and just playing with some grit. That's just pretty much been what it's about. I mean, you guys heard my story, so there's a lot that came with it. And when I coach, I kind of coach with that same chip on my shoulder, and I just kind of take that as my mindset. I've failed a lot of times, or I know what it's like to hit rock bottom, or so. Just trying to inspire the boys, and to walk the walk and talk the talk. Like I could
Yeah,
play still. I went through all the experiences you guys did. I sat the bench. I've been cut. I mean, you name it. Lost a section title, like you guys know. We won one. Like I mean, every roller coaster that I can imagine. I feel like I went through with this game of basketball. So,
Hmm.
yeah, that's kind of pretty much how it's been for me.
All right.
Who has the biggest influence on the way that you coach now?
Man, so probably my coaches at Delta. Rich Ressa, the head coach there, man. Just as far as just the detail and just the little things, and from film to just breaking the game down. Even when I played there, I was like a sponge. And then the other guy there was the assistant, my guy, Coach Bukasa, that I literally called today. I
Hmm.
usually call him about once or twice a year, when it kind of gets in that season groove. He just ask for some advice and whatnot. But he was more of the player coach. And he was the one that understood temperaments and, how guys felt. And just the way they used to pinball off each other was just perfect. And I think it accredited to our run that we made on my last year playing there. So, yeah, those
Great.
two guys, man, they've
All right.
those are the guys.
Is that the gentleman Delta? Is that the guy who retired last year? Okay.
That's Rich Russa, yeah, yeah,
Okay. Okay.
the
And
tall
Coach Eddie
gentleman,
took
yeah.
over from.
And
Okay.
then the guy I'm talking about left kind of when Eddie got there, kind of
Uh-huh.
like they kind of transitioned, and Eddie kind of took over there as the head assistant. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a long time to even think about those days, man, playing at Delta.
That's
That was a long
cool.
time ago. Yeah.
Yeah. What is something people might be surprised to learn about how you run your program?
Um, I do it without AAU.
Yes.
I don't have an AAU program. I have no ties to no real AAU program. Let the boys play for whoever they want. I don't know everything. Another coach might put you in another position to play a different role. So I feel like the more coaches that can have their hands on you and can develop you, I think would
Mm,
work in your favor. And
interesting.
I trust that and trust my kids to, I don't need to do that to keep kids. Some coaches try to do. So that's just never been my angle, and it's worked for me. So I'm gonna ride it
Interesting.
out, man. I've been offered, been asked plenty of times, but I don't think I'm ever gonna get involved.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
What are some core values that you expect every player in your program to embody?
I mean, discipline. It's just really big with them. I'm not a big guy, so all the little things matter to me from, on and off the court. and just having some perseverance, man, and just pushing through when it gets hard, letting them understand that this is just a tool to help you learn how to get through life. You know, all the adversity you go through, getting over the hump, and you're using the game of basketball to help you become a man. So that's kind of been how we go about it and how I kind of teach the game and preach to the boys. So,
Gotcha. How do you build culture with a group of teenagers coming from different backgrounds and personalities?
um, I guess you could say through the game of basketball. Like I said, I played the point guard. I had to deal with personalities. I had to know who to get the right person the ball and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
I think seeing it from all sides is kind of helped me with kind of molding teams and groups and styles of play and whatnot. And it kind of helps that I can still play. Um, I get in there with them. I play with
Yeah,
them. Like I'm not just that guy yelling at you. Like I could do it too, you know. And I feel like when the kids kind of respect you on that kind of level, it makes it a lot
right.
easier. So I'm gonna ride it out as long as I can. I'll say the least. Hopefully, I can play for a long time.
Yeah, yeah,
For sure.
great.
How do you hold players accountable while still maintaining like this positive relationship?
Man, I was just asked this question, man, recently by one of my buddies, and I think every kid is different. I mean, you always have your regular standard as far as accountability, but
Hmm.
you got to know your kids. Some kids you can't show up, you know, out loud in front of some kids. Some kids you got to pull to the side, and I think that's the biggest part of being a coach because you can say whatever message and say the right stuff, but if the delivery's not there
Hmm.
and the timing's not there, it's going to be hard to break through. So, and I've learned the hard way, you know, and I think over time, if you don't adjust or if you think that you can coach all the kids the same, you're in for a rude awakening. So
Interesting.
I just think everyone is a little different with accountability, and that kind of goes off the player. So,
Yeah. Hmm. What's the biggest skill development priority for your team this season? I know every kid is they're different, right? So
yeah, yeah,
maybe
yeah,
some,
yeah,
but like as a whole, we all know that the game is ever changing,
yeah.
right? So I guess, that's what I'm leading into is,
I would say, you know, you said like our backcourt's really strong.
yeah.
Um, I think it's making the extra pass. Guys are so good, guys are open, but it's like if you kind of drove and kick it, swing it a couple more times. We preach let the ball create energy. You know, I really believe in that when it's moving right, you know, the pass is on the line, hands are ready to shoot. It's probably going to go in a lot more than usual. And we see it in times in games when we share it, we look amazing. But we are good enough to where some guy could probably keep it on a fast break. You know, just little things like that is just keeping the game very simple. And I think that's been the biggest hurdle. And then
Mm,
probably starting off a game really ready to go,
yeah.
not needing to get kind of a possession or two to wake up, you
Yeah.
know. And that's kind of been, you know, we have our moments, but when we do respond, you can see where we could be at. So I think that's just
Yeah.
all just a maturity thing. And like I said, going through this game on Monday, not ready to play. Gonna find out real soon. So
Yeah.
um, it's a big one coming up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What traits do you look for when choosing your starting players and between your role players? Just, it could be from game to game, anything like
Yeah.
that.
I mean, I'll keep it simple, man. It's how do you impact winning? You know, and it comes in different ways, different matchups. So I think when you're very honest and open with your team and everybody understands what's asked of, and you know, everybody knows. Not I'm telling some kids this on the side, some be like you're being told something in front of everybody. So I think that's pretty much the easiest way.
Nice. Nice. What excites you most about this year's team?
So last year we lost the game to go back to Golden One.
Mm,
This year's group, I think we got a shot to go there. So I think I genuinely know that, and I think that's why I get that. You know, get the little
yeah.
butterfly. You know, we're doing pretty well right now. You know,
Yeah.
and the boys are, they're rolling. So when you think that it's possible and then it starts to happen and then, you start understanding like playoffs is around the corner,
Yeah.
probably get a top 3 seed, should be at home, first couple rounds at least.
Yeah.
Should be no excuses now. It's just kind
Yeah.
of like the pressure to do it now. I think
Yeah.
that's always the privilege. I always tell the boys pressure is a privilege. So I think being expected to go back there is what's making it exciting.
Yeah.
And, so
Yeah.
That's great.
Monday will be a fireworks, man.
Yeah. But for those of you that don't know, Coach's Digest is hosting a showcase.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a slew of teams. I think we posted it today of the schedule, but Venture will be hosting or be playing Natomas at what time? Is it
4 p.m.
4 p.m. 4
Yeah.
p.m. So should be a lot of fireworks. Make your way out there,
Yeah. A
if you
lot, a lot
can.
of, a lot of history with this game.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Drew.
Yeah. So just really building on what you're talking about with these with pressure, how do you prepare your players for the high pressure moments?
Be a lunatic in practice. Just trying to create adversity, trying to create disadvantages. Kids will tell you, I probably don't call anything. I want to muck the game up in practice. I want you frustrated. I want to pick at the things I know you're not good at.
Mm,
Like, I think that's what it takes. And like I said, it's a little easier for me to do it when I know that they really trust me on it. They really believe that I'm teaching them the right stuff and they're bought in. So it's a lot easier. So I
yeah.
think that's what it is. And it's not easy. I mean, that backcourt everybody loves. I call them the Three Stooges. They're my big headaches, like love those kids to death, but they know with me, I'm on them. I'm on them every day. I don't let them slip through the cracks,
Yeah.
and I don't mind the confrontation because it just lets me know and they know like I care and you care, so that's pretty
Drew,
much what it is just being honest with them. That's just
Drew,
what it
just a point of reference, even for everyone. These guys, here's some of the numbers that they're averaging. Jabril is averaging 14.4 points a game. JoJo's averaging 14.4 points a game.
is.
And Jaden is averaging 12.9 points a game. So you got
Mm-hmm.
three guys averaging double digits in that backcourt. That's
Mm-hmm.
it. That's crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
Little monsters, man. Little monsters.
Yeah, yeah. So, all right. Let's see. How do you stay connected with your players after they graduate?
Um, I just think it just stays genuine anytime they come into town. They're trying to get in the gym. They want me to work them out, and they know if you reach out and you're asking me, I'll never say no.
Yeah,
You can say 6 a.m. on a Sunday, I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there. If you ask me, and you're one of the kids that have graduated and did everything, I'll drop anything to do it for you.
hmm
So, and you see it. They always come back. They're at the games, and I think that's a big sign of it all of a program. It's just kind of how alumni treats it. Do they take
yeah,
pride? Are they still proud of going to that school? So I think us continuing to stay where we're at, competitive wise, all the past teams are like, that's what it was all about because they had to leave they had to lay the foundation for us.
yeah,
So everybody sees it now, but they weren't there when Brookside was beating us in league every year, and
yeah,
and we were getting our licks in,
yeah,
and then to see it now and to see the guys who played before playing in college and coming home and graduating, like it's getting kind of wild for me. It lets me know I'm getting older. I'll say that.
yeah. All right.
All right. Last one before we hit our rapid fire questions. So when your coaching career is all said and done, what do you hope your players remember you most?
Oh man, what do I think? I remember those four. Man, just being a good person and a good man on and off the court. I always try to everything that we do kind of mirror real life, and just something they can lean on. And a lot of these kids know, like they text me all the time. Like we still talk. I mean, if it gets hard, they know they can call me and all that stuff. So that's just the biggest thing. Is genuine. It's the passion. It's just the authentic love. Nothing was fake. I was
Yeah,
always honest with you. Always held you to a high standard. Saw the potential. Like nobody walks away or leaves or plays that venture and knows they weren't pushed to be better. And I think that's just all what it matters about because when you get older, you guys, you understand Alvin too. Like somebody believing in you is a lot. It means a
yeah,
lot, especially when you get older. It's going to take somebody like that to get you, to the next level. Somebody's got to believe in you. And I think
yeah,
this is a good way for these kids to understand that there's expectation. There's somebody rooting for you. Somebody's sincerely rooting for your best interest
yeah.
all the time. So the kids know. I mean, I've had kids. It's funny you guys say this. Me and the kid, we weren't really agreeing on where he should go to college. Button heads, and he went his own way.
Hmm.
Fast forward 3 years later, kind of was like, Coach, I don't know if I like it here. What should I do? Made another call. He went somewhere else playing with another teammate who's there, but now he was there during COVID, so he's playing with another teammate, and he's older, but he's younger eligibility wise. So it was just
Mm,
funny how it all played out. Is
yeah.
you just kind of listen to me the first time you'd be playing there and be on the same timeline with your buddy. So like
Right.
it's to that to where we keep the relationship. It's not just you play for me and that's it. Like you need any help and advice, life, job, school, you name it. I feel like I went through everything I did to be able to help. And as long
Yeah.
as I'm around, I'm gonna stick my hand out. I'll help open any door I need to for the next person because when somebody did that for me, it meant the world. So
Yeah.
that's just what it is about, is just believing. Somebody believed in me and saw something in me and they were part of something special. So I think that's pretty much what we that's the venture vibe.
Yeah.
So I could
Cool.
say that
Yeah.
confidently. Yeah.
Drew, I have a bonus question.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay. All right. So heading into this season,
Mm-hmm.
you decided to take the program and not play
Mm,
in the league
yeah.
that you have dominated, for how long? I what was the win streak in that league
So
in the
we
league play?
went. I think we went 50-0 in five
Yeah.
years.
That's
It was
unreal.
basically Brookside Christian's league,
Yeah.
and then they had the school had closed or something, and
Yeah.
our program was on the uprise, and we just for 5 years straight we won it. And the decision to go independent was just more so as even though we were winning, even though we felt like the program was in the right direction, a lot of people were throwing shade because I guess you could say overall competition, our league, and stuff like that. And it's really hard for us to even ask a bigger school to play us because our strength of schedule is so low. So I understand as a coach that like it's a lose lose for them to play
Hmm.
us. If you win, strength of schedule's low. If you lose, I really hurt their seating. So
Yeah.
we were caught in this jam where we just kept running into this same like venture's good, but,
Right.
and they kept talking about the league. So we came up with the idea to just kind of present it to the league, and long story short, we had point differential over every year, just everything, and was just like, can we go independent for 2 years? And CIF approved, the league all voted on it, all the schools said it was fine. So for this year, next year, we'll be under independent, and then we will reevaluate, I guess, what we'll do after
Mm.
that, or what CIF wants us to do. So, but until then, we're gonna rock it out. So,
So obviously for our listeners, so you're not winning a league, but you're going to get in the playoffs based on your full body of work. Is that correct?
so, so kind of. So
Okay.
CIF recognizes us as the outright league champion for that league, but
Okay.
we don't have to play in it. They could play in it. They still have a league championship, but just CIF recognizes us as the winner of that league. So but if we lost every game, we still would have gotten the playoffs
Oh,
because
okay.
we're recognized as the league winner for that when we went independent. So,
Okay.
but I'm happy we are where we are, and
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
hopefully we
sure
get a
those other schools
seed.
are happy, you
That's what
know.
it was, and that's what it was. Is we didn't get a pushback at all. everybody was like, yeah, please. Like it kind of lets them be a little more competitive, you know, and
Yeah.
it wasn't getting productive for us. I would, I guess you could say I would try to make it, you know, like manageable. And it was just
Yeah.
not, it was always running into some kind of issue. And it's been nice to kind of go this route. I know a lot of people thought, how is he going to get games in January and February? Everybody's in league. If people schedule him, that means they're going to 3 games a week, blah, blah, blah. But luckily, you know, I had a lot of people do me some favors and some coaches that looked out for me and
Hmm.
we made a full schedule. So,
That's fantastic.
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
all right.
that's good. All right, it's rapid fire time. I'm sure you have a pretty good idea on what rapid fire is. We're just gonna keep spitballing you these questions. Anywhere from a word to a sentence would be amazing. Perfect.
All
Alrighty.
right.
Well, let's get into it. First question: Who is your favorite basketball coach of all time?
You saying that coaching me, or are we just saying
We can do
uh,
either one. If anything, it's
You
someone that
played
coached
for or who
you.
you
Yeah,
watched?
who
Yeah.
you just watch. Like,
I mean, it's Rich Wrestling.
Yourself?
It's Rich Wrestling, dying Bukasa at Delta. And like I said, man, just the guys gave me a shot, and that's all I ever asked for. When you're cut in high school twice back to back, and you're fiending for just an opportunity, and
Yeah.
they gave it to me, you know, and I'll thank them to the day I die,
Love
you
it.
know, and I would, like I said, I would love to have the same impact on another young man.
Yep.
So
Go to pregame snack or drink.
my boys always make fun of me. I go and get that little Starbucks little mango dragon fruit lemonade or something. I always get it. And they're always teasing me like, you and that little purple drink. And I'm like, all right, you know. And then we always eat candy, you know, me and the boys, you know, during
Yeah.
the game. Because I still feel like I'm playing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sweating, like, I'm ready to go. Like,
Yeah.
eating candy, doing my same routine. So the boys
Yeah.
tease me all the time about it. But
That's funny. That's
that's cool.
funny. Yeah.
all right. What's tougher to coach, offense or defense?
Offense. Because I've had a lot of instances where, you know, might have called out a player, want us to do something else, and then that talent takes over. And, you know, what are you going
Yeah.
Mhm.
to do? Defense is kind of like there's no ball.
Yeah.
So you got to listen a little bit, pay attention more. Offense is a little more interesting. To say that.
All right. Favorite gym to play in besides your own?
It's it's no longer here, but that 24-hour fitness on Ben Holt.
That's the
Oh,
Valley Fitness now.
Yeah,
okay.
that gym saved lives. I'm telling you, that kept us out of a lot of trouble growing up. I mean,
Right.
that gym was legendary, man. Just
Okay.
the
So
runs that were there were crazy.
how about you as a coach? What gym do you like going into because you feel everything in there, right? There's gyms you walk into and they might
Yeah,
be nostalgic, it might be the vibe that's going in
yeah.
there.
I mean, I guess you could say Golden One,
Ah,
Mm.
okay.
right? Right.
All
I
right.
mean, if we're
No,
being
I
honest,
Okay, I'll give you
yeah.
that one.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I think we've gotten that answer like one other time, and
yeah,
it's just
like
like
Yeah.
technically, yeah, like I can't tell you like
I
that isn't a
can't.
gym, but
Yeah, like if that's I've been on the floor and lost.
uh-huh.
Like oh, trust me, I'm familiar with Golden Ones.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah, I think Trey said the same thing. Trey Simmons, yeah,
Yeah,
Lincoln when
yeah.
they
that's
played
right.
last year.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So, all right.
Alrighty. Early morning practice or late night?
If I could, I'd love to do the early morning. It's not my call.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I'm a big fan of right after school. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I don't want the kids leaving, coming back, stuff like that. Just then they'll eat or something. You know, I just don't even want to deal with that. Then they might be late. So I
Right.
love right after school
Okay.
for varsity. So
Fantastic. All right. Crunch time play. Are you drawing it up or are you letting the boys just go?
I'm calling something and they can make a read out of it and play out of it.
Yeah.
We kind of had that situation last game. You know, we had I think we were like 16 seconds left in the game. We called our little play run, a little on ball thing, and JoJo got bumped and he fell and they called the foul. Now we have it out of bounds. So we scored out of the OB, but it's something we practice every day. Every
Right.
day. So yeah,
All right.
Most underrated skill in high school basketball.
passing the damn ball. Me
Okay.
being just a pass first point guard, the way I grew up, the way I played, it drives me nuts, you guys. It
Yeah.
does. Just advancing the ball is so big to me. Somebody's open up the court, throw the ball.
Yeah.
Throw, throw the ball. If you drive and somebody's doubling, pass the ball.
Right.
It's just the game is more skilled. I'll say that. Kids can do more, can shoot better, dribble better,
Hmm.
stuff, but you still got to play the game. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think passing the ball is by far the skill set that I've seen kind of fade away.
Yeah. In regards to that, like this weekend, I saw a lot of guys just sitting back and waiting for the ball to come on a pass, right on the receiving
Mm-hmm.
end.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking on the play. I'm like, you guys need to come to the ball. If you
Yeah.
just sit back and wait like a wide receiver, it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna get picked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to come to the ball because if you go to the ball and the other guy goes, you're gonna get the call, every single time. So no, I definitely agree with you,
Mm-hmm.
on that skill set. So, um, favorite NBA player to study for coaching ideas.
Player. Really like Rondo for me.
Yeah,
Jason Kidd,
uh,
Steve
loved him.
Nash, just guys who saw the floor very well
Yeah.
and see the game a step or two ahead.
Hmm.
And like I said, it's just my style as well.
Yeah.
Uh, the way I played the game. And so I kind of biased, I'll say that at least. But for some reason, I feel like those kind of guys make good coaches too.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
yeah, like Rondo's going to be a hell of a coach when he coaches.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
for sure. All right, what's your biggest pet peeve during practice?
Yeah, I got a lot. I got a lot. I got a lot.
Let's hear him. Let's hear him.
Um, kind of when I was in college and stuff, like the pep in our step in between drills and just going from station, or, we're just going to this or a break or just gonna get what it drives me nuts. I want to see like you're almost in panic mode all the time because that's how it is in the game. Like if we get a break and we go get water, like I ran to the go get water. Like I wanted to still feel that my heart rate, I'm pumping. I don't want to feel like I'm relaxed. So they love it. Any
Hmm.
chance they get to relax. So I think that's just it with me is just I wish they would turn it on all the time,
Yeah.
and not here and there. And
Yeah.
like they tease me with being a dog, here and there. I just wish I had it all the time. That's what I'd
Okay.
want to see all the time. But at least I have it, so I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Drew?
Oh yeah. If you weren't a coach, what job would you have?
Um, Probably skill development. I mean, I used to train kids for a little bit when I was coaching, and then when I had my daughter, I kind of just stuck to coaching. Um, I just feel like I've always wanted to teach the game and how I learned and what I was taught. I feel like at least the foundation and the fundamentals, I can easily pass that knowledge to any player. I think it's needed, and I would have
Mm.
probably stuck with being a trainer for if I didn't. So, but every trainer eventually turns into a coach. So
Yeah.
that's how it always happens. So
Yeah.
yeah, I guess once I started coaching, I put that to the side. But it is fun to still have that background, I guess you could say.
Yeah. All right. Favorite sports movie of all time?
Probably Alvin. You remember the Six Man?
Sounds
Six Man.
familiar.
I mean, you gotta look that. That's a good one too. But probably, I mean, a basketball movie always, man. He got game. I was obsessed with
Okay.
basketball. I loved all that. Space Jam was always there too. But as far as like a real
Yeah.
movie, like He Got Game was just a culture and kind of like the swag of everything coming together with the clothes and the look.
Right.
I just feel like that's like where you got to see the flavor of basketball started coming out a little bit, and all the movies,
Yeah.
The White Man Can't Jump. I mean, you know, you'll watch
Did
them all. But The Six Man, you might have to look into that. It's like
okay.
his brother died, but he was always around when he played. It was a really cool movie.
Okay.
Really, really cool movie. So
We're gonna date ourselves. Do you remember Hoop Dreams?
I do, I
That
do,
was a
I do.
that was a
Yeah,
cool one.
yeah, yeah.
So Drew, you weren't even born then, but this movie was it essentially followed two kids
Mm-hmm.
through their college,
The journey.
you know, their
Oh,
journey through college. Really good, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Documentary, I believe. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
oh
was.
wow.
One kid was at Marquette, I believe, and then I don't remember what school the other one was at, but it was
yeah.
pretty cool at the time. So
And I mean, you remember Alvin was big when I was growing up too. And one street ball was
oh yeah,
crazy.
the big
That
baggy clothes.
that was a crazy era to be trying to learn how to play the game, and that came out was just like, man, that was a good time though. That was a good time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the Fab Five. That was the time of the Fab Five with the
But I'm
baggy
saying all
clothes,
the
right?
flavor was coming out.
Oh yeah, yeah. All right.
All right. What is a must-have item in your coaching bag?
I bet scorebook.
Hmm.
um, it's funny. I had an instance last game, man. We played, and Justin had fouled out. He fouled out in the middle of the third quarter, and we had the showcase kind of doing the book, so we didn't do our book. And it's when I think of the scorebook, I keep thinking about I made a big mistake. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's the scorebook's very important.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Last question. One word to describe this year's Ventures team.
Um, Destiny. I
Oh.
think I think the story's already been written. It's leading up exactly the way it's supposed to go. I think it's destiny. These boys are where they are because it's supposed to be like this. They've worked their butt off.
Hmm.
They've listened. I mean, they've been bought in, and now we're here. You know, we got a preview to people are saying it's a section title game on Monday.
Yeah,
So
Hmm.
we'll see how it goes. You know, win or loss, expect to run into them again in playoffs.
yeah,
So, and
yeah,
Coach Brian over there, you know, he gets my utmost respect, man. He's a good dude, and he's doing things the right way over there. Man, we talk all the time, and it's only right we finish it running into each other again. So, should be a good time.
that's fantastic.
Perfect.
So
Well, thank you, Coach, so much for being on with us, taking the time out of your
appreciate
schedule.
you, man.
No,
Yep.
thank you guys, man. Thank you. My first little sit down.
Hmm.
It was time.
Yeah,
I'm gonna kind
Yeah.
of get it out
everyone
there.
gets to hear. Yeah,
Long overdue.
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Appreciate
So,
you guys, and I'm sure I'll see
Thank
you
you.
guys throughout this season. I mean, you guys let me know. I think you kind of we got a showcase coming up at Delta. You know, if you want to set up a
Yeah,
little table, you know, maybe do a little live, cover a game or two. Please let me.
yeah.
We'll make it happen.
Thank you,
absolutely.
sir. Yep.
Sounds
I
great.
got you.
Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck for the rest of the year. Can't wait to see what you guys do.
I got you. Thank you guys. You have a good one.
Thank you.
Of
All
course.
right.
One another absolutely fantastic interview that just went down. We hope you guys enjoyed it. One that was been long overdue for him. He said that a couple times, I believe, after we ended the recording. So it was a really good one. Again, go out there on Monday, go watch that game because it's probably going to be game of the year.
Yep. Yep.
So
So
a lot of history between the two teams. With that, we will see you actually on a short week next week, Wednesday. As long as everything goes well. So with that, thank you, and we'll see you.
peace.